eyes on me. Okay. We can settle down. All right. There we go. We appreciate y'all. All right. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast, episode 230. 230.
That's not the time.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me fix my little light.
Oh, shit.
Give us some better light.
Dang. I messed up. Oh, hold on. I messed up the YouTube one and the cuss before the 2 minute joint.
Yeah, so they're going to get us.
Yeah, they're going to get us, man. They're like, look,
we ain't going to give you a quarter.
We're going to deduct the negative $5 that you earned on the joint. So now you earn negative $10.
My man R2G2 in the building.
And R2G2 had something funny on his page.
Yo, he did. Did you see the one? You talking about the one with the sandwich?
Yeah.
Had me dying, man. My
man
got a burger with no bottom bun.
Yo, I was like, how you do that?
I say, yo.
And then he had to get the bread. He got like sliced bread.
Yeah. Got him some Wonder Bread.
I was like, damn, that kind of shit.
My man had a bottomless bun burger. I said, okay.
That sound like the marketing scheme.
Right.
I mean, it comes with the burger keys for the new bottomless bun.
Exactly.
What?
You know, it's healthier. You cut out the carbs.
You cut it a little bit. Yeah, pretty much.
I said, I put a comment on there. I said, they saw you coming. It was like, yeah, this nigga ain't getting no bottom bun.
Yo, we ain't getting no bottom bun. Pause. Don't give him the bottom bun, son.
But yeah, that was hilarious, man. Shout out to R2G2, man.
In the house.
Yeah, man. So, how was your week this week, my man?
I'm glad you asked that. So, Thursday, I went to, you know how the Amazon stores, like the people that got like little, they have like the stores and they get like all the stuff from Amazon and you got these bins like, oh, this is, a couple of dollars here, this is a couple, So basically, they got one kind of in my area. So I went up there and I checked out some stuff. I got like the little charger stuff that I showed you, like little high speed charge, $2. Okay, it's like $2 Thursday.
Okay,
so like today if I go there today, I think the stuff is $10 because they do, they kind of lower the price. Yeah, they get rid of like all the miscellaneous stuff, but for $2, ladies and gentlemen, bam, bam,
oh, not pieces of a
bam. Bam!
Yeah.
$2. Yeah, I seen that. Like, yo,
that's what's up.
Yo, because I'm like, because this right here.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my future brother-in-law.
Okay.
I was telling CDs are going to go back up. Oh yeah. The case kind of messed up, but the CD in there nice.
Yeah.
But CDs are coming back up because it used to be, back in the time, I think we were around like 2010s, like 11, around that time.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a CD for $5 at Walmart, but you weren't gonna get a CD like this. Right. You weren't gonna get like a rap CD. You know what I'm saying? And those kind of they were still kind of up there in price because you can't. It's hard to find stuff like this.
Right.
You could get. I got some stuff like I got I think like when I rebuilt my CD collection, I got like dang on some of the Metallicas and all that stuff, like Michael Jackson. They had all that stuff for $5. So I started, grabbing, building up like just an in general music collection.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, now with vinyl coming back out and the vinyl going back up. It's these are going back up in price too,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
To get this, it ain't like it ain't a masterpiece, but It's definitely for like the time. It's a
AZ.
It's good music.
You can't beat that AZ Pieces of a Man. Y'all should go check that out, man.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, man. That third track, How You Living with Nas, that been kicking my ass, man.
I mean, anytime he get with Nas, man, it's magic, you know.
Which brings me to a question that I will ask later.
Yeah.
So, how was your week? I'm sorry, I don't.
No, you good. But my week was good. You know what I mean? It was kind of long, but and slow. But I worked some overtime this week, so that made the week a little bit longer. But but it's it's a job. It's paying them bills, so it is what it is. We definitely gotta talk about some stuff that happened over the week. But other than that, for me, it's been just an average week. Nothing too special. So. Yeah. Just happy to be here on the weekend,
man.
Doing another episode, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into talking about some people we lost. One thing we forgot to mention last week's show, soccer legend Pele had passed away. Yeah, and he man, you can't even talk about some sports like that without hearing his name brought up. You know what I mean?
Pele.
Right, exactly. And of course we lost Gangsta Boo, you know what I mean? Female rap legend out of Memphis, down with 3-6 Mafia. And Howie did a great lyrical breakdown on one of her songs. 3-6 Mafia song.
Who run it?
Yeah.
Who run it?
Yeah, man.
Who run it?
That song was killing the game back in the day.
Yeah, boy. You can't deny that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyone in our age group will love that song, man. So, the young kids may not really get with it nowadays.
I don't know. That's still a banger.
That's a party banger right there,
that's
man.
Who run it? Who run it?
That'll get you hype right there. And then, also, while we're talking about that, I want to send some prayers and thoughts out to Jeremy Renner, my man who plays Hawkeye in the Avengers and a lot of other stuff. He was in a bad accident doing some snow plowing on his property. He lives in one of those areas that gets a lot of snow, kind of up in the mountains type of area. And, I think he got thrown from it or something, man. So he got banged up really bad. So he's been in the hospital a few days now. So our thoughts are with him.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we definitely going to talk a little bit more about Gangsta Boo. But let's take a moment to give Pele and Gangsta Boo a moment of silence. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. All right. So as far as the question of the day, I know you wanted to talk about that, but since we were just talking about AZ and those magical features and stuff like that, what was your question of the day?
So my question of the day is, should artists have companies release feature albums? And what I mean, like a best of features album. Case in point, I had an idea since I was listening to the AZ album. I was like, man, Nas and AZ should release an album that has nothing but their best features together.
Yeah.
And that would sound like hotcakes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they've done stuff that from what I remember, I remember one song that wasn't even on any of their albums. Not that I could find anyway, man. So I know they've done some stuff where it didn't even get officially released. It was just, you heard it a little bit on the radio and it was bumping like maybe at parties and stuff like that. But yeah. So they could definitely do that, and that would sell like hotcakes.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think some artists, because I know like, and I'm just giving an example. I'm not telling them to come out here and do it. I really, I prefer like maybe a black company to do it, but what I'm saying, we do live in a world, since we live in a world where we live in.
Yeah.
Like the 20th century masters, how they do like the best of, like the best of albums, what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking like if someone had like an idea, like a premises of like, let's say they have like the same graphic, but like featuring like Nas and Jay-Z or Nas and AZ under their like the best of the best of like under subscript like the best of like this would be like their catalog of the best features that they've done and like I said that's just one example. I would like to see other artists do that as well, but that's just that was just something that I would just kind of want to see.
I would love to see that, man. I would love. There's a lot of artists who who have done a lot of things over the years. I think Slick Rick could have a dope greatest collabs album. He's done a lot of stuff. He's done stuff with Raekwon. I mean, Outkast. I mean, he's been all over the place, man. Because if you think about it, The Show and Lottie Dottie, those never actually got released on albums. Yeah, Dougie Fresh didn't put them on his solo album, and Slick Rick didn't put them on his. So they were just like there. So they was killing the game, but it was never officially on the album. So stuff like that could be included. Yeah. But yeah, man. So I would love to see that, man.
Well, see that when you talk about, so that would be like an unreleased. Well, Nas kind of did that with like the mixtapes. What I'm saying? Yeah, the lost tapes. Yeah. And then, basically, I was going to say, too, when the Wu-Tang with the Wu Chronicles, he did that as well. Yeah. They did that as well, as far as, like, their features. But I'm just saying, like, I think if more people would do it, especially, like I said, Nas and AZ would be, like, perfect for that shit.
Who also would be perfect for a greatest collabs album?
Oh, like features?
Yeah, Mobb Deep. Man, come on now. They would kill the game.
Now, as far as like, you talking about as far as being featured on other people's stuff or, well, I mean, I know Prodigy had quite a bit of features too. Yeah. So I could rock with that.
Yeah, and they have some Mobb Deep features too. They got a joint with Das EFX. That's one of my favorites. They've done a lot of collabs and features and stuff like that. I think they could do that. I guess, if so on yours, you're more so talking about like the artists alone on their own albums, features, or
just, I'm just talking about features in general. Like if they, what I'm saying, like if Nas and AZ, if AZ is on, like for instance, like AZ had an album, Nas is feature on it. This would be like to do with, and then like for instance, like Nas is on Illmatic. Life is a bitch. Right. AZ's the feature on that. So just all the features that they did together. And then you gotta have more money, more murder, more homicide. You gotta have that one.
That's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah, that shit go hard right there.
Yeah, I might have to do a breakdown on that one day. But yeah, so that would be dope. Y'all let us know in the comments, what y'all think.
RGR is saying they'll be insane, and he's saying that AZ and Nas should do a collab joint with Hit Boy. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would.
That's when you need to bring back, like, remember back in the day, you had like the enhanced CDs and the secret songs, and exactly. See now if they find a way to kind of do that with streaming, that shit would be crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then like, okay, if you listen to the album like when it first dropped, you know what I'm saying, you get to hear the secret song. And that would be crazy, man. Then you could do like if for instance, like when Nas did King Disease 3, maybe they could have, since y'all heard it at this time, now we can get y'all to listen. Y'all can listen to the secret song. Me and AZ did a feature. Yeah. That shit would be crazy.
Yeah, man. That would be dope. So yeah, I would love to see that, man. So yeah, y'all
just throwing ideas out there. Y'all can just I'm throwing them, man, for free.
I'm telling you, man. Remy,
I don't even
Remy and Papoose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They do an album together. We've still been talking about that.
Yep. Throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
Just throwing them out there.
All right. Well, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments so we can we can get some credit on that when they finally do it,
Yep.
But yeah,
you heard it first,
Right, exactly.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some birthdays real quick. Just give some birthday shouts. I only got a couple here. So just yesterday, my man Jeremy Renner, we were just talking about him being in the hospital. He had a birthday It's messed up that he had to celebrate it in the hospital, but at least he's doing better. He's still in a pretty tough condition, but he's doing better. So happy birthday to him.
That's today.
Yep. I'm sorry, that's today. My bad.
Yeah.
Coming up on the 9th, MF Doom. You know what I mean? Say that with all caps when you write that.
Yep.
Also on the 9th, Angie Martinez, as well as Mia X, who's she did a song with Gangsta Boo that was pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see them working together.
Mm-hmm. And then coming up on the 10th, my man R.A. the Rugged Man. Happy birthday to him.
Yep.
Coming up on the 12th, the last two, DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia and DJ Hurricane. You know what I mean? Who used to DJ for Run DMC, and he also rolled with the Afros group for a while as well. So I actually had the chance to meet him, DJ Hurricane. He was here in Greensboro.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to work at a hotel, and he was staying at the hotel I worked at.
Okay.
So yeah, man, happy birthday to all of them. Let's give them some claps.
Claps. Come on, clap.
See, the claps don't want to work now.
Clap,
you know what I mean?
the clap gonna work now. You get pause, clap.
We gonna clap back.
If you like, Eric. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on now. Now you gonna die. Hold on, man. You can't be doing that.
Exactly. Dying on us like that.
Here we go. There we go.
All right. Never on schedule, but always on time.
That's right.
So yeah. All right. Let's go back into some music. So yeah, I got a few new things on music wise. My man Westside Gun, he just released a joint called Super Kick Party. Goes hard, Griselda. Need I say more?
That's the one with the man with the wheelchair with the
yeah, that was dope. And my man, the legend George Clinton, just released a new song called "Tweaking," featuring Public Enemy.
Okay.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I almost forgot. Speaking of Public Enemy, Flavor Flav just released a new song.
Okay.
Yeah, to kind of kick off 2023. I think it's called "Put Your Hands in the Air," I believe is what it is.
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah. So it's good to see people like him still in the spirit of making music.
Yeah, boy.
And the George Clinton joint goes pretty hard too. It's got that funk, that George Clinton would love. You know what I mean? So my man Little Easy did a song featuring Daz called 8 Ball Sipping.
Okay.
Yeah, that joint goes hard. Gives you that classic gangster West Coast style. My man Terminology, he just released an album in December that I just found out called Rapping with My Friends. So it's kind of along that same line of collabs, you know what I mean? He does a lot of good collabs, you know what I mean? Him and my man Nims, Gorilla Nims, they always do pretty good collabs.
They be chilling me with the stories.
Yeah, man.
And don't you ever disrespect me looking like Super Mario. Kill me, man.
Y'all got to check out his podcast too, though. It's called what is it? We Outside, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
We Back Outside, but he got a dope podcast.
Now that one shit about them, one time he was talking about like he didn't have no money for the cab fare, and his friend was in the back, and he was like, "Yeah, now look, he stopped. Look, I opened this door, I'm gone." So when he stopped, I jumped, and I was trying to run. But I fucked up and
Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that because that reminded me also of another story. Nims had Ghostface on his podcast.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that.
Did you see the story he told about the shit? I forgot the group. I think it's the Delphonics.
Oh yeah, that it was in the shootout. Yeah.
Ghostface was in the shootout with the Delphonics, not with them, but they were there when it happened, and I guess he was trying to do some music with them, and so as he's driving, he gets into a shootout with somebody, and they happen to be there and witness it. He was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry."
I'm so sorry.
And they was like, "Yo, don't worry about it."
Man, I should have brought my shit.
Right. I should have brought my shit. I'm like, the Delphonics was gangster.
Delphonics, Philly niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So that's a funny story. I need to check that out, man. But yeah, and 50 Cent said he got a new album coming out, and he actually gonna have Dre working with him.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's doing the whole album.
Let's clap that. You know, if I can. There we go. Hold on. Clap button breaking, y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, it says he's working with Dre. I don't know if he's gonna do the whole album or at least some of it, but we know he's gonna be on there. So I'm excited about that. My man's I don't know if a lot of y'all know him, but it's a rapper named Curious George. He released a new joint called Come Back, and it's dope, goes hard. He's a 90s rapper, so he got that 90s style, you know what I mean? And then my man RJ Payne got a new joint featuring Lloyd Banks called Banks Meets Payne.
Oh, I gotta hear that shit. Yes,
sir. Hard, man. It goes so hard. So please check that out. Support that, man. RJ Payne is killing the industry right now. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it for my music. We can go ahead and jump into some topics or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep y'all too long. So
yeah, some of us gotta eat. some of us is me.
Right. Yeah, man. So yeah, we want to give a shout out to one of our good friends, Doe Fresh to Dawn. He has his own music label. He ventured out and opened up his own music label about a year ago, and so now he's celebrating his 1 year anniversary, and he's got some artists signed under him and doing his thing, man. You know, we've been trying to work on getting him on the show, but we still haven't gotten that done yet. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. He dope out of the Midwest.
Yeah, let me clap that up. If I can, come on, button.
Right.
Damn.
He like,
There we go. There we go.
The button be like, nah,
not today. But yeah, shout out. Shout out to Fresh and everything, because I mean he's definitely been putting in the work.
Imperial.
Man,
what's up, man? We appreciate you, man.
But yeah,
my ass is blind, so I got to get like right up on the screen.
Like, what that say? Got to put on a bifocal. Like, damn.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to say that.
Right. Yeah,
but yeah.
So we got him in the building. We were just talking about you, man. So how you been doing? Let us know in the comments how you been doing, man. So but yeah, we just want to give you a quick shout out, man.
Yeah,
you know, all the Midwest cast, man, killing the game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's been, like I said, he's been putting in the work, and you know what I'm saying, his stuff, his work is actually, you know what I'm saying, up there to the caliber of like I'm not saying that I don't want to get this misconstrued saying like, oh, he's not professional.
Right.
But I mean, he's got like a really professional sound. He don't sound like no cat that's like, I'm just out here trying to get my, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here just trying to get my, like he's got a good sound.
Yeah.
He know what he doing.
Yeah, so, his label's called Forever Fresh. So y'all need to check that out. It's the number 4, then the word ever, and then Fresh is PHRESH. So yeah, check that out. Yeah, man. But yeah, everything is good, man. We appreciate you checking in with us, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
Definitely.
All right, so we another kind of tragedy, man, happened, man, in out of Virginia. A 6-year-old first grader shoots their own teacher, leaves them in critical condition, man. I just don't understand what it's coming to, man. That it's getting to the point. I haven't read the story, but I got so many questions. Like, number one, how did this kid get the gun? How you get the gun in the school? You know what I mean? How you get the drop on the teacher like that? You know what I mean? What happened?
That's crazy, man.
And remember, you sent me the other video with the teacher and the student kind of yelling back and forth. What the student?
Yeah, that was in Detroit or Chicago?
I think it might have been Chicago. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Chicago
but it
sounds more familiar.
Yeah, but that was sad. That was sad because it's just
crazy,
like,
man.
dude,
Yeah, definitely crazy. I mean, these kids is just, I mean, I'm sure these kids need some kind of therapy and stuff like that, but it's like, it should never get to the point where a 6-year-old who can barely read or write is already trying to pack a gun and shoot somebody.
So let me see here. I'm just pulling this up in courtesy of TMZ.
Okay.
So the teachers, they're saying that, what you just basically said, this happened in Newport News, Virginia.
Okay, Newport News.
So it opened up fire on a female teacher She's in her 30s, suffered life-threatening injuries, and the 6-year-old is in police custody after using a handgun in the shooting.
Did they say like why he did it or anything? Like, did the teacher try to discipline him or something? You know what I mean? These kids, man, they got like real issues, man.
It's Rich. It says I can't see because the post was in the way. I'm thinking might particularly say Rich Neck Elementary School.
Okay.
So let me see here. So the school, which has about 550 students, kindergarten through 5th grade, so it's not really like a big school.
Yeah.
They evacuated after the shooting, but parents reuniting with children outside the gymnasium door. The school already canceled classes for Monday, but the teacher condition is said to be improving. So that's a good thing.
That's always good, man. Because I was real scared for this teacher, man, and she's young
Rich
too.
Neck is what it's called. Elementary school, Rich Neck. Yes.
That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Y'all, let us know in the comments what y'all think about that, man, because we're hearing a lot more about young kids just, doing wild and crazy things, and that's insane. I mean, that's really insane.
Yeah, I mean, and then that's the thing too. I don't want to be one of them people be like conspiracy theorists or nothing.
Right.
Some of that stuff kind of goes hand in hand when it comes to like, oh well, this happened in the school. We should ban guns now.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, I'm not a person that, because I'm not a violent dude. I don't believe in guns to the point of like you gotta have them to, but at the same time I do understand like you gotta have something to protect yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
people get crazy.
We can't ban guns, you know what I mean? But I do believe that gun control is okay to a certain degree. Just to a certain degree. Like, we don't need nobody walking around with fucking bazookas and shit just because you got the right to bear arms. You don't need a damn bazooka and shit. It's like, I get it. You want the right to have it, but what do you need that for? You ain't fighting a country.
Nah, man, I'm hunting. I'm hunting. I need the bazooka.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's just really sad, man, to hear about stuff like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
That kid should have never had that gun. He don't even know how to use it. Probably hit him in the face trying to shoot the shit. You know what I mean?
But my man Doe said he's originally. I didn't know that. He was originally from Virginia, so just
okay. Yeah, you guys are out in Kentucky now, though, right? I believe it's Kentucky.
Yes.
So yeah, man. Shout out to the Midwest, man. All the Midwest. So yeah, man, and we definitely want to get some of you guys on the show. So hit us up so we can kind of collaborate, man. Maybe in the DM. So we got plenty of time. We always go live on Saturday around this same time. So we definitely love talking about the new music, man. So all right, man. Well, speaking of shots fired, man, my man's French Montana had a video shoot recently that shots rang out and multiple people got hit. I don't think anybody's like dead, but it's really sad that multiple people got shot up, man, just because of this. And I don't know, man. I mean, French Montana, I don't know much about him. As I know of some of his music, but I don't know about him as a person. He doesn't seem to be like trying to be too gangster or whatever, but maybe he trying to live that life. I don't know, man. But I hope everybody who got hurt is okay and able to make a good comeback. You know what I mean? So anyway, man. But if y'all hear anything more about that, let us know.
Does ask where we located. We're in the Carolinas.
Yeah, we in North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, Southern boy.
Well, he's Southern boy. I'm a city boy. I'm from New York, but I live in North Carolina.
Goddamn Yankee boy. Goddamn Yankee.
But I used to crack up laughing at those. What's my man from the cartoons?
Oh, Yosemite Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, you're rooting. Let me tell you something. No, you.
Rootin'
tootin' over across the Rio Grande.
Exactly. But yeah, man. So, let's go ahead and move on, man. Like I said, our thoughts are with those who got shot. And especially that teacher as well, you know what I mean? She was way too young. She was, what you said, 30?
Yeah, she was in her 30s. So I don't think it is. I don't know if they said an actual age. They should have said 30. So I'm assuming it's maybe a young 30. Yeah, maybe like or 35.
Okay.
You know, something in that.
Well, yeah, still anywhere in the 30s. Yeah. Man, that's young, man. Hell, 40s is young. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
don't remind me.
Right. But yeah, man. Well, you know, we all got to get there, you know. Man. But yeah, so let's go on to some more positive news, man. I want to give a shout out to my man Slick Rick, the legend. He is going to be awarded with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's about time, you know.
Yeah, long overdue.
Yeah,
long overdue. So it's like, you know, I don't even know what they waited this long for. You know what I mean? So shout out to Slick Rick the Ruler. You know what I mean? His albums are classic, especially that first one.
Well, I want to song not too long ago, where people were behaving and live life slow. The laws are stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they all too good.
And then the little boy who was misled
by the little boy. This is what he said. Me and you, so we on the Mexican cash, robbing old folks and making a dash.
Yeah, man. We know them lyrics. Anybody who's around during that time, you know them lyrics.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Listen,
so, yeah,
the thing, man, Slick Rick influenced so many people.
So many,
like,
man.
He's the original storyteller. Even like when it comes to like conversations, like people like, yeah, who's the better storyteller, Slick Rick or Big? And I'm like,
nah, hands down, that's Slick Rick.
Yeah,
hands down.
I mean, Big nice.
Big was nice.
Big nice. He got some, but yeah,
he was influenced by Slick Rick. You know
man, yeah.
So a lot. I mean, basically, Slick Rick is a rapper's rapper.
Oh yeah.
Mean? Nas has said he got his storytelling from him. Ghostface has said he got his storytelling from him. A lot of rappers. Snoop Dogg has mentioned him.
Oh gosh, Snoop was pretty much the whole embodiment of Slick Rick. Really, that's what Tim Dog was talking about. Like, you know, he took, you know, the whole flow from Slick Rick and like the flow from Smooth B.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like what Snoop's style is in a sense.
Yeah, man.
You know, but Snoop had his own. I mean, Snoop has his own way though. I'll give that to him.
But you can tell he definitely got some influence. I mean, he wouldn't have done the Lottie Dottie remake if he didn't. You know what I mean? So, and I think he's mentioned Slick Rick a few times in his interviews and stuff like that. So yeah, anybody who is a good storyteller in hip hop can trace their roots back to Slick Rick. Because even if you're somebody who raps now, like somebody like Little Baby or The Baby or one of them, they can say somebody like maybe Lil Wayne helped to influence them. But if you go back, Lil Wayne will say Slick Rick influenced him.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So whoever you say you got your storytelling abilities from, they know Slick Rick. Trust me on that. So yeah, man. Yep. We're down here in the Tar Heels, man. But yeah, so let's go ahead and move on. But I just wanted to shout out Slick Rick for that, man. I'm definitely gonna check that out just to see him get his award, and you know, he definitely deserves it. So
another positive note. Is this another positive note?
What's that?
R. Kelly might be getting out. Might be coming home.
That's positive for him.
Hey, it's positive.
He on the his new logo's like the Public Enemy joint, man. You know what I mean? That's him standing in the Public Enemy logo. He's Public Enemy #1, man. But, you know, there is rumors saying that he might get out. We don't know. It's not substantiated. But it is kind of weird that right after they mentioned that, they just released season 3 of Surviving R. Kelly. So, yeah, they try to make sure. They're like, yeah. Just in case he gets out, make sure you hate him. Because I watched it, man, and because I recorded a couple of episodes. I don't know how many episodes they're going to do, but yeah, they releasing even more information that you didn't even hear about from the other 2 seasons.
But that's what I'm saying. At what point? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you got all. I'm not saying. I'm not condoning what he did.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning what he did. But there are people like we said time and time again. There's people who has done far worse
than
what he did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, because I can understand from, especially like, well, I can't say especially from a parent's perspective, but I can, I could see parents saying, well, that's not your kid. You never had, your kid never did this, he didn't do this to your kid, because, or you don't have kids. So how can you, but at the same time, like, there's far worse people that have more power than he does, who abuses power to do things to kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
if you want some names, Google Roman Polanski.
Facts.
Google Roger Ailes.
Facts.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Facts.
You know what I mean? All of them.
Yeah.
What's the Prince Edward? Is it Prince Edward? Prince Albert? Something like that. The dude from the royal family.
Yeah.
He was down with Epstein. You know what I mean? All of them, man. Google all of them, man. But they keep stuff like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby in the news. But when those guys come out, they bring it up, but then it quiets down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't hear nothing about. And like I said, the stuff that they did far worse.
Yeah.
Far worse.
Yeah.
Like, R. Kelly going around the elementary school and stuff like that, like, all the time. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And him getting young black girls and things like that, that's messed up. But shoot, you got these people, like you said, like the Epstein shit, they were flying kids out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's flying kids out.
Flew out, man.
Yeah, flew out.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. To the islands and stuff. Shoot, R. Kelly wasn't doing that. He doing like, look, I'm gonna keep it right here in Chicago.
Don't let them make you think these black people are the only ones doing bad shit.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all we're saying. It's not saying that we, again, like I said, we're not condoning it.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
But
definitely. But yeah, it's definitely weird. And also R. Kelly's birthday is coming up tomorrow, so we'll give him a little happy birthday. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he
that'd probably be all that he did.
Right. I ain't gonna fully demonize him. I'm sure he did do a lot of shit they said he did. Oh shit, I didn't realize that one was still getting covered up a little bit, but it's all right. My bad. I should have raised it up. It's not even noticeable because it's right in front of my shirt. So no big deal. But
it look like you might be the Iron Man.
Right. My little Iron Man armor.
Proton challenge.
Yeah, man. But we're just letting y'all know there's some other people out there who do way worse that they don't keep them in the news. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, we want to keep my man's in our thoughts. DeMar Hamlin from the NFL, man, who collapsed during the game the other day. He's still in the hospital, I believe, still dealing with that.
I think he actually woke up, from what I understand.
Yeah, I heard he's doing better, but I think they had to resuscitate him like 3 times, I heard.
They removed the trach, I think, the little breathing stuff. Okay. So I think he's breathing on his own now.
Yeah, man, that was rough, man. When I saw that, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Because I think, did he get hit? And then that made him collapse, or was it just random? You know what I mean? Because the clip that I saw, I couldn't really tell if it was from the hit or was it from him having some pre-existing issue and he just his body just gave out.
Yeah, I haven't seen the clip, but from what I understand, I think he got hit.
Yeah, and basically, it looked like he got hit, but it didn't look like he got hit that hard though.
See, but that's the thing, man. Like, it's like stuff like that. Those are usually the most dangerous.
Right,
kind of like, not to bring up, NASCAR, but when Dale Earnhardt died, you know what I'm saying? It was like those, like the wreck that he had.
Yeah.
Like it was like it's like a small wreck, and he'll probably get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the little small joints they don't look that bad. I'm usually the ones.
Yeah.
You can have people flip the car over like 11 times. They walk out without a scratch.
Yeah, man.
But going back to him, and like for what I understand, my girlfriend's mom is a nurse.
Okay.
So she was telling me what happened when he hit. It was like your heart has a thing where, it has electricity to the body to make you operate. Mm-hmm. So for what I understand is, and it's like a millisecond this happens, like it opens and closes, right? The pump.
Mm-hmm.
So when that guy, I'm just kind of breaking it down. So when the guy hit him, his heart so happened to close when he hit. So when he did that, it went on like another a regular heartbeat or something, like a regular beat. So that's what messed him up. Dang. It was just a millisecond. Like if he hit him like a millisecond
later,
he'd probably been, he probably got hit and just got back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a case of bad timing, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But I mean, I can't say like, oh yeah, you can't say, well, yeah, you meant to do that. And like, I don't know, because millisecond,
right?
Like, how do you time that?
You can't. He's out there trying to win. You ain't trying to time. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hit this guy just right.
Yeah, it's damn near impossible. I mean, unless you super do that,
right? Man. Y'all send some positive thoughts, man, for my man DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's rough, man. Definitely.
I just, as long as he pulls through, man, I'll be happy, man.
And fuck Skip Bayless, man.
Yeah, what was he saying?
So I don't know if you seen the tweet. It was basically, let me see if I can pull up the tweet.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it, man. I don't really mess with Skip like that. You know what I mean? If I happen to be passing by and I see it, I'll stop for a minute and see what they're talking about, but I don't be looking for Skip like that. You know what I mean? He I don't know. He's sometimey for me. I call that sometimey. Sometimes
and then like
cool,
him.
Sometimes it's like, nah.
Actually, matter of fact, him and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of got into it.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about he was actually talking about the whole like, look, you should take the tweet down. And like, nah, I ain't gonna take the tweet down. I stand by what I said. And actually, not Skip, but Shannon wasn't on the show. Like I think he stepped off the show
because of the
whole situation. Came back and was going to say like, listen, basically what he was going to say was like, look, we can't focus on it. It ain't just about the game. Let's focus about this young man,
right? Who
was hurt. So let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Athletes call for Skip Bayless to be fired at the sick tweet. Okay.
Yeah, what exactly was this tweet? I need to know because like I said, you were the first one that brought it up to me. I don't really keep up with this stuff like that because I'm not a big sports fan. But if I happen to see a big headline, I'll check it out. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So this guy, I am Sauce, is a free agent. He's like, are you serious talking about when the football game should be postponed? DeMar Hamlin's health is all that matters at this moment. Nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how some of these fans are. They don't care about what happened to somebody. They just like, look, the show must go on. And that's really sad because, you got to think about what happened to this man. You know what I mean? He is facing some critical condition.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't just get a little bit of a headache and they said, all right, go sit this one out. This man is struggling. You know what I mean? This is not your average everyday injury or ailment. You know what I mean? So
it's really, I mean, to me, it's like it's really insensitive. It really is.
It really is.
Because I mean, it's just like, and it kind of makes me think. It kind of shows you what he think of, like particularly black athletes in general.
Right.
But see, and that's the thing too, like him, and then like even with Stephen A. Like these. Well, I'll give Steve.
Get me started.
Well, I'll give Stephen A. this. He did play with WSSU, but he wasn't like the man.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't no legend.
Right? Nah, he wasn't a legend. Yeah. And then they ain't gonna. But Skip, he ain't never played ball.
Right.
And how you getting like millions of dollars for you talking shit about people, and you can't even produce the same thing? Because at least I can at least say with Shannon Sharp, because he at least played. He can at least produce.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know he can't do like great now, but the man seems like he's still in excellent shape. I mean, with the jackets and stuff he wears, he's still ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, come on, man. Come on, Skip. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but pretty much it's just like, how can you sit there and say like all these people are this, and they ain't doing this, and back talking all these athletes when you never done what they did, and you can never do what they did, right. And you can't do it now. So Skip, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, man. So like you said, man, just wanted to send some positive thoughts out to DeMar Hamlin's self and family included, because I know they worried about him. You know what I mean? So y'all, hit us in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about the whole situation, and please don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. We need funds allocated
so we can build a damn school.
We need funds so we can stop Keith Murray from telling these wild stories about.
My man, wilding, son.
My man out there wilding, yo. I don't know, man.
Wow.
I ain't gonna never take away from the fact that Keith is a legend in lyricism and hip hop in general. But these stories, man, he wilding, man. So, first he came out and he said that he had a brief encounter with Foxy Brown. Then he came out and said he had a same type of brief encounter with oral sex with Shauna. You know what I mean? And it's just weird, man. The way he tells these stories, I really feel like something is not right. Something is not right. Something ain't clicking, because you don't sound as coherent as you think you sound. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my personal opinion.
Now, to be real, I'm not. Look, I'm always gonna love Keith Murray.
Oh yeah,
beautiful thing in this world.
Yeah,
but I've heard, and this is even years ago, I heard with another couple other rappers. I'm not saying that he's with these rappers.
Yeah.
But I heard that he was actually gay.
Word? Wow. Now that's another thing. I meant to mention that about the R. Kelly thing. They said that he might be too, because they said
R. Kelly.
Yes, they said some of his past victims were dudes, young boys. Yeah. And it goes deep. We might have to talk about it off camera, but I don't want to get into too much about it because it goes a little deeper. Pause. But anyway, I never heard that about Keith Murray, so that would be interesting. To hear that if he was. I mean, not that I would be mad at him for being.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
He doesn't come off as that type. You know
what I mean? I've heard.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
Well, hearsay, but yeah, man, I think because I mean, really, especially now, I mean, especially as old as he is now,
right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially being a man, I mean, I don't think you should be. Now, I can understand when you're younger, because I think even like with what was it, Sticky Fingers, when he was on the Breakfast Club. And they brought up like, oh yeah, and I know you got head from dang on Brandon. He's like, oh look, I ain't trying to talk about that.
Right.
I ain't trying to talk about that. We're talking about this is the stuff that we're talking about. So I mean, for him being the man, at his age, and he's still kind of doing that like a younger man. I don't want to say like a boy, because I think that'd be, But like a younger man, I think that kind of like, yo, why are you doing this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you need to, you know?
I don't know, man, but you know, he talked about the situation with Shauna, and he also talked about he had a brief relationship on this one. He said with Bill Cosby's daughter, but it was funny because he said the only reason he didn't stay with her and keep the relationship going was because she looked too much like Bill. he said the dick would get soft every time you look at her face.
Oh man, hold on.
Yo, I was dying.
Oh man, hold on.
He said that. He said she made the pudding pop go down. Yo, it's funny, man. I've never really seen a picture of her, so I'm gonna have to Google this chick, man, see what she looked like. But he said that was his reason. He said she's beautiful, but he said every time I look at her, all I see is Bill Cosby.
Dang, so he was up there trying to do the thing and all. He's like, I would like to talk to you about some of the things that you do on your show.
All right. Okay.
You cannot say fuller fifth in your show.
Yo, but that one had me laughing. That one had me laughing. He said, he said he told Eric Sermon, like, man, I should have never broke up with her. I lost that trust fund money, that Bill Cosby trust fund money.
Shoot, man. Yeah.
But it's rough out here, man. It's rough, man. So I don't know, man. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, Keith Murray is one of my favorite rappers in the world. And he is definitely somewhere in my top 30. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Somewhere in my top 30. And I used to buy his albums all the time. And I mean, when his stuff would drop, I was one of the first ones to pick it up. So I'll never take that away from him. But the stories just do sound a little weird. Like, I don't know if he embellishing a little bit or if he, smoking some good stuff, you know what I mean? You know, because he smoked that ganja, you know what I mean? He smoked that Bomba Z, you know what I mean? So, we never know what's going on with Keith Murray.
You might be smoking that synthetic.
Right. That ooh-wee. But yeah, man, I mean, still shout out to Keith Murray. I never, take that away from him. Legend.
No doubt.
And if I ever get to meet him, I'm going to show him the highest respect, you know what I mean? But if we ever get to meet him, I'm going to be like, tell us one of your stories, man. Tell us who you was with. Tell us one of the chicks you was with. All right, so check it out. I was with Trina, right? She was laying there, and I went in the box, and I could see him just going into some story like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like he's actually really hilarious. Like he's a really funny character.
I can see it. Yeah, he seems like he'd be funny.
Yeah, like.
But yeah, man, that was funny, man. So shout out to Keith Murray, man. But before we wrap up the show, man, we got to talk about the fact that in 2023, hip hop is turning 50 years old. Yes, sir. So there's going to be a lot of major things happening this year, to celebrate hip hop. I'm sure there's going to be some documentaries. BET seems to be doing this hip hop 50 theme. So I feel like they're probably going to do something. They haven't really spoken out and said anything, but they're usually pretty good at trying to wrangle the hip hop community in with some kind of special like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, the official, on record birth year of hip hop is 1973. And so, it was a little bit before that, but that's the official year that we agree on.
Okay.
When everything, kind of came to a culmination.
Because I always thought it was 72.
Yeah.
I heard, and it might be the Mandela effect or whatnot, but I always heard it started in 72.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but really, in actuality, didn't really have a start date per se.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But I always heard 72. I guess until recent, you know what I'm saying? It's been corrected.
Yeah. And I mean, we know that there's been hip hop stuff going on since the 50s and 60s, dancing, moonwalking and all that. That was going on in the early 60s, late 50s. But, around the 70s is when everybody just kind of put everything together. You had the graffiti art, the beatboxing, the rapping, the DJing, all of that stuff. And they finally just kind of packaged it into one deal and said, let's make it official. This is hip hop.
Yep.
So I think that's what it is. You know, that's what the 73 represents when they really kind of just made an official decision. And there was just a lot more hip hop parties and things like that going on. You know, you had people like Grand Wizard Theodore and Grandmaster Flash and all of them types that were really just setting it the fuck off. You know what I mean? So, you know, Kool Herc, you know, throwing those legendary parties, you know what I mean? You had up and coming people like Kid Capri and Ron G trying to jump in the scene and do their own thing. So, yeah, man, I love it.
Man, I would love to go into like a Cool G party.
Oh, man. I mean, like Ron G, yeah.
I mean, Kool Herc.
Kool Herc. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Ron G.
But yeah, that too.
Yeah. Ron G would throw a dope party because he does a lot of dope stuff on. I follow his Instagram page, and he's always doing live DJing sets and stuff like that, playing classic music. But Kool Herc, man, I don't know if he's doing anything like that right now, but I would love to have gone to some of his parties back in the day.
Yeah, they were saying people. He was like doing parties up until like the late 80s. Like, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
I remember like when I worked in the movie theater, I was, still big, hip hop head. I was actually like reading books, studying, you know what I'm saying? So, and so I was talking to this guy. I was like, yeah, man, Kool Herc. He's like the, father of the, that invented it. He said, man, I ain't heard that name since '89. Like, my older brother used to go to the parties and stuff.
Yeah, man.
In the day, so.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, there was some legendary parties in New York in those days. The 80s were really big on parties. I mean, they started in the 70s, but the 80s was when the block parties and jams were really just jumping, man. So I'm sure Kool Herc was still doing his thing all the way through the 80s. I went to several parties and that were hosted by the legend himself, Busy B. He used to live right around the corner from me. And I mean, he would throw some good parties, man. So he was a great influencer when it comes to hip hop for me. And I miss those days, man. New York was dangerous as fuck. So we didn't go too far. I mean, there was a lot of parties all around the city, but I always stayed at the ones that were in my neighborhood. Like, chances are, if I see somebody here, it's gonna be somebody I know. You go 3 blocks away from your own neighborhood, you liable to get fucked up just for being there. They like, who the fuck are you and why are you here? You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, man, definitely want to celebrate hip hop this year. We're gonna try to do some big things for the show.
Yep.
We want to take our show to the next level. So, if y'all have some ideas for the show, please let us know. We love feedback. We're gonna try to do some things to celebrate 50 years in hip hop, man. Sha Rock, they got a Sha Rock Day in New York, and this is her 5th year of doing it. Started right around the time when we started the podcast. So I would love to go to one of those one day. But yeah, man, and this is gonna be a year about legendary stuff, man. The legends in hip hop, and we're gonna try to make some legendary things happen with the show as well. So, anything else you want to talk about with hip hop, the 50th anniversary?
Yeah, just glad that it's seen 50 years, and
right.
It's really, and the fact that it's the most dominant genre, like, and what I'm saying, it's still dominating. And I mean, unfortunately, they're trying to whitewash it, but it's still, most of it is, still kind of black. So I'll give it that. So it's good that, I'm happy that
it brings in a lot of money too.
I'm happy that we're somewhat a part of it. What I'm saying? We may not be making necessarily the money from it, but the fact that we can kind of this be like our little time capsule, and we can kind of like, people can look back like, okay, this is what hip hop is. This is what they're talking about. So, yeah.
But yeah, man, happy birthday coming up to hip hop. The birthday is officially celebrated on August, was it 11th, I believe?
Yeah, I think
August
so.
11th. So, that's always been kind of funny to me. I was born in 74, so hip hop was like officially 1 year before me, but my birthday is also in August on the 14th. So, it always feels like, like hip hop is that older brother, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, shout out to everybody who, checks us out. Please don't forget to hit those buttons.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir. We might get Dr. Umar on the show one day. Like, yeah, let me tell you, brother, something.
Yep, pretty much they're gonna be like, look, you need to stop talking about stupid shit.
Exactly.
You need to stop doing.
They ain't gonna crack the whip on us, man. You brothers gonna get some lashes, man.
You gonna get some lashes. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know what we did.
Right. My bad, Dr. Umar. We was just joking, bro. But yeah, man, I want to, make sure that our stuff like, the lyrical breakdowns is more legendary this year, and anything that we do, man, really celebrate hip hop this year, man. So, and we got some, we're gonna be doing some big things. We got some equipment now. We're gonna start to learn how to use it and get the sound effects right, and do some things.
So the damn speaker don't be going out,
right?
And then I got a little tab joint.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna get it right for y'all, man. So thank y'all for supporting us. Those of y'all who follow and spread the word. You know what I mean? Keep spreading the word. Anybody who just loves to talk about hip hop, send them our way. You know what I mean? Come to Death Row.
You don't want to see your podcaster all up in the videos, dancing. Come to Triad Hip Hop Podcast.
Right. Yes, sir. Come to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. All right, man. Well, I guess that's pretty much all I have, man. I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, man. So for episode 230, 230. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And we'll see y'all next time. And look for a lyrical breakdown this week. We're gonna make it big. All right.
All right.
Peace.